Hello there, and welcome back to Great Britain. We're currently in a, well, kind of precarious situation, really. I'm still hunting for, well, potential vassalization targets here with Lunenburg, Salzburg, and Ferrara all being targets. We vassalized Lunenburg last time, I believe, or the time before that. Doesn't really matter. We have vassalized them and can thus use them as a potential, well, way to get the Holy Roman Empire on, well, our own hands, which would be wonderful. We also have, well, potential Salzburg and Ferrara. We can potentially vassalize them down the line, but I have no idea how this will actually play out. Again, I am pretty sure that I can vassalize them. I just need to get a province in the area, Verona potentially, Romagna. So there's a lot of potential targets here that I can use. Naples is definitely going to be a potential target for that. Castile will probably be the one that we will attack, with the goal, of course, of taking most likely both Aragon and Valencia. Or Aragon, no idea why I called it Aragon. Just a habit, I think. And I can also probably blame, what's it called? Well, I'm probably hidden now for not remembering the name, but the Lord of the Rings, there we have it, my bad. But yeah, I'm probably hidden for most people now, since I couldn't say it straight away. Anyways, we're going to continue today with our current plans. Plans will, of course, take Aragon itself. I'm a little bit unsure if I actually want to try and vassalize them. It could be useful. And again, it could not. I will get at least 2 cores for free. 3 if you count in Malta down here. So vassalizing Aragon here is probably not the worst idea I've ever had. The only issue is I think I have to do it... No, I can actually peacefully vassalize them if I get that relations up high enough. Of course, aggressive expansion, declared war, also war will be a little bit hard to deal with, but if I can just get past that, we suddenly have 3 provinces that I can take, and also I will be sacking Castile out of the colonization race once and for all. I'm pretty sure they can't actually reach anything up here. The only issue, as you know, is Netherlands, but once I'm actually a member of the Roman Empire, that should be swiftly dealt with, and then I can just start, well, kicking Austria to bits, drive up the war source and have the small electors come back. Same with Bohemia, shouldn't be a problem. Right now, however, I'm a little bit unsure what I have as vassals. We have Denmark, Norway, Lunenburg, and that's really it. So any vassals that I actually get, I will not be annexing for a while, it seems like. But I guess that's fine. We are going to go after both Norway and Denmark, get them out of the way with the annexation of Sweden. Again, I'm a little bit unsure what I will do with Pomerania, especially if you consider the fact that might as well just stop this guy if I want to vassalize these guys. But again, the big question here is how I want to handle this. If I want to go for annexation of my vassals, I kind of have to do that after I become head of the Holy Roman Empire. I might actually have to go for the annexation of states in the empire as well. So it could potentially become it could potentially be bad, but we'll see. Hopefully it will play out one way or another. Hopefully my way. Anyways, with that, I also might have to move my capital to the continent. So we will most likely move our capital to Ile-de-France here. And the reason for that is, again, very simple. I'm pretty sure I can't put any of the island provinces into the empire. And if I can, then we'll not be moving the capital. But if I can't, then we'll be moving it to Ile-de-France. Anyways, enough talking for the beginning here. We had a usurper last time, which have given us some pretty damn low legitimacy. William here is going to be in charge of my feudal monarchy for quite a while. But the plan for today is basically the same that we've been doing for the last couple of days. Just get colonization up and running. We'll hopefully be able to get to India today. And also solve my debacle with the colonies. We'll see how it plays out. Now, the big question is if I want to focus on military attack. Again, getting ahead of everyone else could be important, but with my current ruler here, William, and the fact that he is actually a 6 military guy, I think I can actually allow myself to take the idea instead of actually focusing on, well, getting ahead in attack. Hopefully he'll live a long time, so to speak. That leader maneuver +1 should be fairly useful. I think the next thing we'll take, though, is military attack. We're 2 years ahead of time, and that is really the only reason why I opted for waiting. So next will be most likely military attack 18, and then 19 for, well, being able to kick everyone in the arse, or everyone's arses. Again, I'm a little bit worried about Austria. I really need to deal with them. Preferably before they ever get Landesfriede. since I kind of need to kick Austria's ass before that. So getting legitimacy up and prestige up is kind of important in this matter. So I think Castile attacking them again is definitely going to be the way of going here. And apparently these guys got quite a bit more aggressive expansion due to my self-fabricating claim, which is not the best. I might actually have to deal with Aragon later, but for now, we'll just deal with it with what we have. I'll also try and get military access here with Naples. I do have an extra diplomatic relation, so we'll be getting military access here with Naples. We'll be declaring war on Castile shortly, and with that, we will be aiming at taking most likely either Verona here or Romagna. We'll probably take this one though, since it's closer to Salzburg, and thus we can probably, as I said, get a couple of peaceful vassalizations. Again, I do have ways to get enough diplomatic relation spots. As you know, I believe I have a couple of military accesses that doesn't actually mean anything. We have Holstein, we have the alliance with Savoy, we have the military access with Congo. So there's a lot of things here that doesn't really matter to me, so to speak. And I got a military reform here. I can reform the army, I can reform the navy, or I can reform them both. In this case, we are really far ahead with the navy. So I think also due to the fact that we have military ideas, that we will be reforming the army. And with this is actually quite wonderful, since we are getting closer to the point here. As you can see, this is going to be quite cheap once we actually reach the next 2-year mark. We're probably going to get it on 1622 perfectly, so that works out fairly good, or fairly much in our advantage. Now, where is my transfer fleet? It's probably, it's down here. I'll be taking these guys back north now. I think it can handle everything, and we'll be having them as the secondary troops in Castile. I'll probably have 2 armies up here just to be safe. The other one who will attack us here is probably Tuscany, so that needs to be dealt with, and I'm a little bit unsure what I want to do with Tuscany, to be perfectly honest. I could also force them to give me Genoa here, so there's quite a lot of potential things I can do, but we'll see how it plays out. I'll get everything ready for war, and then we'll declare, I think. Things are looking good here. We have more or less everything ready for the fight. I am moving another 40,000 men here, so we'll be 80,000 men in Naples to deal with Naples and Tuscany. We have 60,000 to deal with Castile. We have another 20,000 up here, and we have another 20,000 overseas. We have some troops down south as well, so all in all, I really do have quite a bit of troops here. I should actually say I just have 20,000 in Africa. So total here is 200 out of 244. Now, the funny thing here is that 244 is my current limit. Once I take the next idea, the limit is going to pop up to, well, approximately 300. So I can have 5 more units of 20,000 men. So that is going to be great. Manpower-wise, we are 2/3 of the way to full. So that is also fairly alright. And with that said, I think we're actually ready here to go for the war, take Valencia. Just shut them off once and for all. That is basically the goal. I will core myself. I'm still a little bit unsure what I want to do with Aragon. I might actually just go for the straight out annexation here. But I'm a little bit unsure how Europe itself will, or Central Europe I guess I should say, will deal with that. Salzburg and Ferrara are definitely vassalization targets still. Mostly due to the fact, as you can see here, Austria hasn't elected anyone new. Austria is also at war with Venice now, and otherwise just doing stupid stuff. So it's definitely a possibility here that I might be able to make something work, potentially break up the personal union before, well, I get a super Austria that could potentially screw me over. We'll then, of course, also deal with Bohemia. I don't have any problems getting casus belli with either, which is great. I'll also get the, I believe 3 elected casus belli. So all in all, I think we actually are ready for the war. I'll be playing a little bit more defensively against these guys. And as you can see here, both Milan and Savoy will be joining into this war as well. Milan with 25,000 men, Savoy with 13. So all in all, I have no doubts that this will be a resounding victory. But let's be perfectly frank, I've said that before. I'm actually 1 tech behind here, so I should probably have waited. I'm not that far behind, to be perfectly honest. So this is kind of a gamble, but I have more than twice their forces. So it should be a solid victory. But again, I could mess this up. I could lose a tremendous amount of manpower for no good reason. But let's hope that doesn't happen, more or less. We'll see how this plays out. Well, I did say that though and stop the recording, but I meant let's see how it plays out. We'll of course show the battle, see how this actually goes. I got a little bit of a negative modifier here, but again, as you can see here, I'm pretty sure that we'll be winning pretty substantially. And also, again, I am kind of focused here on making sure that the borders, or the sea, borders to sea that is, are actually closed off before Netherlands gets anything more than just these two, well, pieces of land. Northern part here will definitely also be a focus as soon as we get there, and of course the western side as well. So there's a little bit of things to focus on in New World 2, but not that much compared to Europe. And as you can see, they actually have 17,000 men. Pretty sure I can handle that. I kind of want to wait until I actually get a general to put in charge of this army, but with these guys just at 17, I think it should be fine to attack without one. They have a one-star general after all, he's not that good. The Napoleon army is a little bit more dangerous though, but again, it shouldn't be a problem. So, with Castile here losing this battle here, as you can see, they're losing 1,300 men versus my 200 a tick here. So that one is more or less now done. I'm going to use this army, however, to hunt them down, and we're going to split this one into sieging units. And since this is actually the capital, those sieging units became a little bit too big, but judging by the force that I actually have assembled here, it shouldn't be too much of a problem in the long run. I can just split this one up into equal sieging units. I'll probably lose a little bit of manpower this way, but I think I'll be fine. I'm not actually planning any bigger wars in the future. The only thing is, of course, going after India and that whole shenanigan, so to speak. We are going to extend the war kit to Lyon just to be sure that they don't, well, stop short and I screw myself thanks to that. Can I get that? Yeah, there we go. That's here's my bad. I didn't pay attention. As a result of that, these guys actually joined up and beat that army. 18,000 manpower lost, which is horrible. And only my fault to make matters a little bit worse. But with that said, let me just get sieges up everywhere, and then we'll try a new battle against Tuscany and Naples here. So again, I shouldn't have lost this battle, but I did, and it sucks. We'll see if I can correct my mistake. Military Tech 18 has been reached here. The carbine, with that we're going to increase in combat width by 2. The maneuver value of my units have increased by 25%. I can now use loaded cannons and gallop cavalry, as well as build a conscription center. So that is all good. Negatives, they actually managed to outflank me here and screwed me over. Badly. I did not pay attention, and as a result of that, well, again, it hurt. It hurt quite a bit, both in manpower and also in, well, everything. So I guess I should actually become better, I guess, at paying attention to more than just one spectre at a time, or one field of battle, so to speak. I'm also a little bit surprised that the Pope is actually a vassal of Naples. That could potentially be an issue, but I hope that I really hope that it won't be, but I can't guarantee anything. I am going to attack this army though, and hopefully get rid of it once and for all this time. I have no idea why the Spaniards are actually hitting as hard. I have no idea what ideas they have, but they are definitely hitting a little bit harder than I would anticipated. So I'll take a quick look on the ideas here. I'm still behind military-wise, which actually pisses me off. Spanish ideas would just actually give anything except a little bit of discipline. Yeah, that's really about it. And of course, we also have defensive ideas, which I believe I lack. No, I actually have them me too, so I should be beating them. It's probably just because I haven't upgraded my armies, and also general was a little bit better, but if you take the bonuses that my generals are supposed to get into account, my army should have been, well, capable of beating theirs. Let's just leave it at that. What I am going to do now, however, is upgrade cannons and cavalry, since I don't expect there to be any battles. There could be one here, but I have 30,000 men close by, so I'll just have to pay attention a little bit more than I usually do, and hopefully that'll sort it out. Again, I don't think that it should be too many or any problems beating this army. It's just been a little bit weird, to be perfectly honest, but if I join up these two, then I definitely should be able to beat them. But again, I've sacrificed far too much manpower in a war that really shouldn't, well, demand this amount of sacrifice, to be perfectly honest, and that is really something that is pissing me off. Don't want the 415 with a weak air, no. Forgive me, Father, I have sinned. The reason why I don't want a air with a weak claim is actually pretty self-explanatory at this stage. A heir with a weak claim will actually just cause problems if I actually want to go seriously for the Holy Roman Empire. The elector's opinion of you change pretty drastically if you are a legitimate ruler or not. So a weak heir could potentially push me, or push me in, or push me. I don't know how to actually phrase this in a way that actually makes sense. A weak claimant could potentially push me out of the election. That is probably the best way of saying it. Anyways, I'm a little bit unsure if just taking Verona will be enough to sway Naples here. I'm pretty sure it won't be. So we're going to march on this army here. We're going to jump both up and we're going to attack. But we'll have to wait with that attack until next time. The war itself is going fairly alright. I've lost far more manpower than I anticipated. So I'm not sure if actually legitimacy has anything to do with Baal. No, it has nothing to do with Baal. So I'm a little bit surprised about that. I know that prestige has a little bit to do with the morale. But as you can see, that's also the only thing it really has to do with. So I don't know. Anyways, we'll continue next time. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. And before we leave, I'm going to use that colonies. That actually came from nowhere. Where do you hail from? Down here? Down there. Well, I'm going to send you there then. And we're going to split that in half. As you could also see, we will have to deal with Netherlands soon. They made another colony here right before I did. So, that's a problem that needs to be dealt with, but we'll deal with that next time. Again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.